Giannis. Bang. Hands it off Jabari. And baseline Middleton deep. Gucci.
Welcome back to the Knockout Dragout Podcast. This is Lamar.
And this is Lamar.
Hope everyone's having a terrific day. Today we are going to be discussing the future of the Milwaukee Bucks.
I think this is a big topic because in such a weak Eastern Conference that LeBron's dominated over years, I think this could be a team that could really challenge him in the upcoming seasons.
Yeah, with the development of Giannis and Jabari, I think the Bucks have a bright future. They obviously need a few more pieces. I think this year, if Jabari could have stayed healthy, then they would have beaten the Toronto Raptors and then gone on to lose to the Cleveland Cavaliers in the next round.
I agree with that. Giannis has a long way to go, and I think he's going to improve further. I mean, he came out of nowhere these last couple years and has really just solidified himself. He's second-team All-NBA this year, which is really impressive.
Yep, and another big question is the durability of Jabari. He can't seem to stay healthy. So we'll see what that holds in the future. First, I want to talk about the point guard position.
It's a real problem.
Because they need a new one.
Absolutely.
Very badly. Matthew Dellavedova is not going to get the job done.
He's a joke, and he's going to be sucking another $9 million a year over the next 3 years. I have no idea what Jason Kidd and that organization was thinking with that.
Jason Kidd should have known better. Dellavedova had his big coming out party in the finals where they lost to the Golden State Warriors. He was given the nickname as the so-called Curry stopper after Curry lit his ass up essentially the whole finals.
Yeah, what happened to the last guy that got one of those nicknames? Was that the Kobe stopper? Turned out well for him.
Ruben Patterson?
Yeah.
Things did not end well for him. So they definitely need a change at the point guard position. There are some free agents out there this year. They may need to build through the draft. Chris Paul is an unrestricted free agent. That's obviously not going to happen.
They just simply don't have the money for that.
And Steph Curry's out there well. Steph Curry's getting paid $11 million a year for the Golden State Warriors right now.
Yeah, he's going to take a deal like that next year with the Bucks, I'm sure.
Maybe he's gotten used to that money and will compromise with Milwaukee.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens. Those are the two marquee guys out there this year.
I think there are two others that could potentially be in the Bucks' price range. I think are going to be something to talk about. That's Drew Holiday and Jeff Teague. I think they could both really help this team. What do you think?
I agree. That would definitely be an upgrade. I love Drew Holiday's game. He's more of a scoring point guard, not as much as of a facilitator. George Hill I like. He's had a bit of a falling out since he left Indiana, but always plays hard. He'll bring it on both ends. So that would definitely be an upgrade from Delly. He doesn't take a lot of shots, which I think is good because Jabari and Giannis are going to require a lot of them.
And they need the ball in their hands. I see where you're going with that.
Kyle Lowry is also out there. I think that's also a stretch. Not a lot of people want to go to Milwaukee.
Yeah. And the last guy that did choose Milwaukee over big market being L.A. was Monroe, who's making $17 million a year, who's got a player option. He's probably not giving that up considering how poorly he performed this season. So they don't have a ton of cap space, which is why someone like Jeff Teague, that could be a good deal for them.
Yeah, I agree. Who else is out there? Darren Williams is an unrestricted free agent.
Do not sign him.
He had one good game in the Eastern Conference Finals.
Do not sign him. He's done.
And you know how professional sports are. Some team may see that and think that Darren Williams has revitalized his career and decide to take a chance on him, which would be a mistake. So that's it. There are some good guards in the draft this year. I'm not sure what spot they're picking in the lottery, or if they even have a lottery pick.
Well, they're a playoff team, so they don't have a lottery pick. I don't think asset that allowed them to draft there, but no, Milwaukee will be drafting 17th overall.
Okay, so they may be able to steal one. I think all the good guards are going to go in the top 10, but you never know. They may be able to pull off a trade or make a deal with the team. So we'll see what happens. I think this is going to take this is definitely going to be a building process. It's going to take a couple years before they can get the pieces together that they need to win.
But what they could do this summer, they also need a backup. Their bench isn't terrible. I like Chris Brogdon. I think he's a good young player who could be really a solid player off the bench. Chris Middleton is a great player to have coming off your bench, but they have nothing in the front court in terms of depth. I think there's a few players out there that they can pick up. What do you think?
I agree. There's a few guys on the free market this year. I like Olnick from Boston. I think he brings toughness and a grittiness that I'd like to have on my team. Mason Plumlee is a restricted free agent, so they could go out and get him, bring some athleticism. JaVale McGee's really had a turn around his career with the Golden State Warriors. So just like the point guard position, it's going to be a building process.
I mean, I'm thinking they already have Tony Snell at the 2, who's a real 3-and-D guy. I mean,
Thon Maker is really coming into his own as well. He's still a young guy that has a lot of potential. The future's bright for the Milwaukee Bucks.
Yeah, I think in terms of front court bigs that they can pick up in this free agency, I think the ones to go for are really going to be Ersan Ilyasova, Taj Gibson.
So obviously a lot to go. I think they can make a push in the playoffs next year. They're not beating Cleveland. No one's beaten Cleveland for a couple years in the East.
I mean, Giannis, if he comes up quick, I think 2 years, they're there. They make the right moves in the next couple years, and Giannis is able to improve. Jabari's able to improve. I think they're there in a couple years. They're there to compete at least.
Yeah, 2 years isn't a stretch. I think LeBron's going to have to start declining eventually. Father Time is undefeated.
Touche.
So we'll see what happens. Anyways, guys, thanks for listening. This is the Knockout Dragout Podcast. This is Lance.
This is Lamar.
And we're signing out. Check us out on our Twitter and Instagram page. And we'll see you guys later this week. Thank you.